welcome back. We missed you guys so much. My name is Marisel Stofberg and My Zone Active Kids is back again with another exciting episode where we actively invest in your future. This week we are learning all about what we want to be when we grow up, and with me is my super cool friend.
Hi friends, my name is Enzo, and Marisol, today is going to be a great day. And today we're going to be focusing on how to be a chef.
Yes, I love chefs, and I love that they make food, and I love food. And I love chefs and I love food. Have I said I loved food?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, but I really love food. Like, really.
Who doesn't love food? Come on.
Exactly.
You grow up.
Utensils 5. So, we also want to thank Innovation so much for these super fun bean bags. And we also want to remind you, Enzo, when can they see Active Kids?
You can see us every day from Monday to Friday at 9 o'clock. And you can also join us on My Zone page on our Facebook pages.
Yes, so much fun. But before we can do anything else, Enzo and I have a very cool song for you guys, a super cool song. Enzo, it's the best song.
Yeah.
It's about apples, so it has to be a good song. So you can sing it with us. There's moves, so you can also do the moves. Enzo, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
And a 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3. Way up high on an apple tree, 5 red apples smiled down at me. I shook the tree as hard as I could. Down came an apple, it was good. Way up high in an apple tree, 4 red apples smiled down at me. I shook the tree as hard as I could. Down came an apple, it was good. Way up high in an apple tree, 3 red apples smiled down at me. I shook the tree as hard as I could. Down came an apple, it was good. Way up high in an apple tree, 2 red apples smiled down at me. I shook the tree as hard as I could. Down came an apple, it was good. Way up high in an apple tree, 1 red apple smiled down at me. I shook the tree as hard as I could. Down came an apple, it was good. Way up high in an apple tree, no more apples smiling down at me. I shook the tree as hard as I could. Down came no apples, they gone for good. Well done, Enzo. Well done, utensil 5. But now, Enzo, what time is it now? It's time for us to check in to go do some arts and crafts. I heard someone's making a chef hat today, and someone's making some bacon and eggs, and now I have an accent. I don't know why. I'm British. So that's it. Please make sure you're ready. And Enzo and I have a trick we practiced. Enzo, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
1, 2, 3. Hey! See you? Hi kids! I hope you are as excited as I am because today it is time for arts and crafts. This week we are learning all about what we want to be when we grow up, and today it is being a chef. That's the person who makes all the nice food. So today we are making our own breakfast and a chef's hat. So for today we need the following things. So the first thing you need is you need some scissors, but it's important that your parents help you with the scissors because they can be very dangerous. Then we need some glitter, which will be our spices. Yes. We also need some glue, so you can either use a glue stick or you can use some wood glue. I like a glue stick the most, but you can use wood glue, anything that you like. And then we will need some string. So you can use any string that you can find in your house. This will be for my hat. It's going to be a very pretty hat. I'm very excited. Then you need a plate. Please don't use your mom's plates. That's not a good idea. We are using plastic plates or paper plates, not your mom's plates that can break, because I will break them and we don't want to break them. Then you need some orange paper. So this will be for my egg yolks. So that's the yellow part of the egg. Then we need some red paper so we can make bacon. It's my favorite type of food. I think I'm bacon. If I could be any food, it would be bacon. Then we need some white paper so we can make the whites of our eggs. And then we need to make our chef's hat. It looks a bit like a mushroom or like a broccoli, but it's the idea that counts. So what we are going to do first is we need to cut out all the things that we need to use. So the first thing is we need to cut out the eggs. So I already drew my circles. So you guys should remember to draw your circles on the paper. And you can make the eggs as big as you like them. I like it when my breakfast is big because I need to grow. I still grow, I hope. I'm not going to be this short my whole life. So for us to grow, we need to make sure that we eat nice breakfast. And this is a good breakfast for us to make because it's going to keep us full for the whole morning. I like to eat a lot though, so I might have a snack later. But you don't need to have a snack. We're going to have eggs. So my egg yolks are done. Next is I'm going to do the whites of my eggs. I need to cut them out so we can have nice breakfast. So it's important that when you do this at home, you need to make sure that your parents help you so you can make the best breakfast ever. If you want, you can also make bread, but I'm just having bacon and eggs this morning with a lot of glitter spice, because why not? Eh? Why not? Why can't I have glitter? So that is my first egg. There we go. Now I'm doing my second egg. I hope you guys also help your parents when they make breakfast in the morning. And that you make breakfast in bed for your mom and your dad. And if you're a bit too small to reach, then maybe your brothers and sisters can help you. Or you can ask one of your parents to help you and you can make breakfast for the other one. But don't eat the breakfast before you give it to them. That's not nice. I do it sometimes. I do. So I am done cutting my eggs. So I'm putting my paper here so we can use it again later. So then I'm going to use some glue so that I can stick the yellow part of the egg to the white part. Okay, so we're going to put glue here. Nicey nice. Nice. Or like I have a friend, she doesn't say nice, she says nice, nice. I think she's cool for saying that. So this is my first egg. Look at kitty, look at the egg. And now I'm doing the second egg. And I am going to paste it here. Second egg. So my eggs are done. That was quick. So now it's time for the bacon. So for the bacon, you can have red bacon or you can have like a darker color. But if you want, you can also have orange bacon because why not? So any type of bacon that you like. So now I'm cutting out my bacon. Let's do it like this. And now we're doing this side of my other piece of bacon. So, I don't know about you guys, but I love bacon. I could eat bacon every single day of my life. But it's not nice to eat bacon the whole time because we want to be healthy. But I like bacon a lot. So, when I'm almost done with my bacon. That's the baker's song. It's about baking cookies. We're not baking cookies today. We're only making bacon and eggs. And so this is my bacon. I think it looks cute. I don't know about you guys, but I think my bacon looks cute. So now I need to put it on my plate before I can make my hat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some glue so we can make it stick, because we don't want the bacon running around. That would be very weird. I don't think bacon should run around at all. So I'm putting my first piece of bacon and my second piece. Go. And I'm sticking my second piece of bacon like this. Yes, my eggs are the cutest things ever. I'm going to make them more of them and stick them to my friends' faces. Not with glue. That wouldn't be nice. So this is my first egg. That's noise. I hope I'm saying it correctly. And this is my second egg. And we need to close our glue. Yes, we need to close our glue. So now, it's the cutest this. But I need to add spice. It's very important. So I'm going to add some red pepper. But I think maybe we should add some glue to our bacon. So we just put a bit of glue on our bacon like this, so our red pepper can stick. So now I'm gonna do some and now I want some salt on my eggs. So I'm gonna put a bit here, right here, and I'm gonna close my glue again so it doesn't get dry. And then I'm going to put some pepper. No, there was salt. I'm going to put some salt. More salt. I like salt. And now, we're going to throw off the extra ones into this handy bucket that I have right here. And I made glitter eggs and bacon. It's so much fun. But now I need a hat because I'm a chef. So what we're going to do now is, you can take a piece of paper just like this, and I draw out this mushroom hat of mine. It's not really a mushroom. It can rather be broccoli. Broccoli is good. Broccoli is nice. I like eating broccoli. I hope you guys eat your vegetables. Sometimes I think the word vegetable is a hard word to say, so then I say vegetables. But don't say vegetables, just say vegetables. Okay. And then I'm doing this. I love making things for myself and for my friends. So my friends, while they were making cool things, my one friend made me a jar, like a whole jar, and she put cookies in there, and that was very nice. I ate all of the cookies, like when she gave me the jar. That was fun. And I also had friends who made like a clown hat. That was the coolest hat I've ever seen in my whole life. But I think my hat will be better. But don't tell them that. You don't want to make them jealous. So, when I'm done like this, I'm going to put away my scissors and my paper. But now, this is just my normal white hat that I'm going to put on my head. But I first need to add some glitter, because why not? I love glitter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my glue, and I'm going to put a bit of glue at the edges of my hat. So what's cool is, because it's a white hat, you can do anything on the hat. So let's just use my plate so I don't get my salt and pepper everywhere. Like this. I like the red the most. Cecina, it's red. But I think I need one more thing on my hat. I think I'm gonna use this color. It's like an orange type of color, and I'm gonna write my name on my hat. So I have a friend, her name is Justicia. She likes to steal my hats sometimes. Okay. And I'm going to put a smiley face like that. So now what we need to do is we need to make holes in the corners of the hat so we can put our string through. So I'm just going to use a pen to make my holes. So I'm going to put one hole right here and one hole, oops, right here. Yes. And now we're going to take our string, and we are going to put our string right through the hole like this. There we go. And we're going to pull it through. And then we're going to put it through the other side of our hole. So you see we do it so it goes around the back, so you don't see the string. And then bring the string right through our hat like this. And now you can tie it to your head. So I'm going to tie it behind my head. And you can ask your parents to help you if just to tie your hat. It's some bacon, which has some glitter on, but it's pepper. And this is my salty eggs. And that was what I made today, because we are learning all about being chefs. These are super fun things that you can do at home. So just ask your parents to help you when you're using the scissors. And make sure you clean up. Your mom won't have glitter in the whole house. And wear your chef's hat with pride.
Hello, how are you? I'm good, I'm great, I'm wonderful. Hooray! Hello, how are you? I'm good, I'm great, I'm wonderful. Hooray!
Guess who's back again, friends? We miss you super duper much. My name is Zoshy, and I like veggies with cheese, sauce, and lamb chops.
Hi friends, I am Zoe, and I like pizza and ribs. And we are brother and sister. We missed you so much.
We are so happy that you guys are back because we'll be having the most fun ever today.
Zoshy, this week is all about what we want to be when we grow up. Today is all about being a chef.
I love food. I really love food. Like I really love food.
We all know that you love food, Zoshy. Did you know that the chefs are the people who make food? They teach us a bunch of important lessons.
I think the first lesson is that they teach us to be patient. When I try to help my grandparents when we make food, I get so hungry that I start eating before the food is done. And sometimes I burn my tongue because the food is very hot.
Chefs are really patient because they wait until the food is perfect before they give it to you. Sometimes it takes really long, but the wait is worth it.
I think chefs teach us how important it is to work together. There are a bunch of people that work in the kitchen, and they all need to help each other so they can make sure we get our food on time.
I think they are also very creative. They think of the coolest things. Sometimes they make food that sparkle or is on fire. They make food that can be really small or really big.
I love how chefs use different spices to make the food taste nice.
They also show us that it is important to know when to stop. If we throw too much spice in food, it becomes really spicy, and then your whole face gets hot and red.
Chefs also show us that we should never give up. Sometimes when we make pancakes, the first few are always a disaster. They fall apart or stick to the pan, or they get stuck on grandma's face when I try to flip the pancake. But chefs show us that we should always try again.
Zoshy, did you know that chefs use a lot of different things to make food? Sometimes they use big bowls to mix the food. They also use wooden planks for chopping. I think you feel like a ninja when you need to chop all the food.
They also use different types of spoons to mix. They have tiny little spoons and big wooden spoons.
They also use things to measure. Sometimes you need a whole cup full of something and sometimes just a tiny spoon. They use different types of things to make sure they use just enough of something.
They also need knives to chop the food like onions and vegetables and potatoes. Oh, I love potatoes.
They also need to make sure all their hair is out of their face, so they use these super cool hair nets.
They also use so many different ingredients to make the food. They use different meats like red meat, chicken, or fish.
They also use oil and butter to make sure things do not stick to the pan.
They also use different herbs to make the food taste nice. Herbs are things like mint, parsley, basil, and thyme. They use their thyme well.
They also add all these different types of spices like salt, pepper, turmeric, ginger, and cinnamon.
They also use clocks because time is very important in the kitchen. Sometimes things take long and others are done really quickly, so they need to focus on that really hard.
Zoshy, what I love most about chefs are that they really love what they do.
They always sing in the kitchen and that makes the food taste so nice.
Zoshy, do you know what is the most important ingredient we always need in food?
Cheese? Definitely cheese. Buckets of cheese. A lot of cheese.
No, not cheese.
Then it has to be macaroni with cheese.
No.
Then what?
The most important ingredient is love. When we make something with love and a smile, it always tastes better. Now, I think it's time for us to sing our cooking song with our friends.
Get ready, friends. And a one, and a two,
and a 1, 2, 3.
Put your apron on.
Wash your hands. Let's get out some pots and pans.
Cups, plates.
Wooden spoon. Tap, 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 a little cooking tune. 'Cause cooking in the kitchen is so much fun. We're cooking dinner for everyone. We're cooking in the kitchen, baking a cake. So many yummy things we can make. Cook, cook, cook. Cooking in the kitchen, cook, cook, cook. Cooking in the kitchen, cook, cook, cook. Cooking in the kitchen, stir it, mix, mix, mix. Let's mix up a bowl of goo with a little bit of water and flour too. Stir it up until it's nice and thick. Then put it in the oven for 1 minute. Tick tock, tick tock, yay! 'Cause cooking in the kitchen is so much fun. We're cooking dinner for everyone. We're cooking in the kitchen, baking a cake. So many yummy things we can make. Cook, cook, cook. Cooking in the kitchen, cook, cook, cook. Cooking in the kitchen, cook, cook, cook. Cooking in the kitchen, stir it, mix, mix, mix.
Zoe, I love food and I love chefs because they make food that makes me so happy.
And that is important because we need to do things that make us happy.
Zoe, now it's time for our super cool fun fact again. Did you know that the very first cookbook was made of clay? Clay, how cool is that?
Wow! That is a big fact. Friends, remember that chefs teach us to be patient, creative, and to have fun.
That is so true, Zoe. But that's it from us today. Friends, we will see you again tomorrow. Bye!
Boop, boop.
Hi kids! So we are super excited because today I have another friend in the studio with me. I'm spoiling you guys with a lot of friends today. My friend's name is Wilmari Woest and she is from Dynamic Kids Kinetics. So this one is also for your parents. So if your parent is there somewhere, pull them. Say, come on, we have important things to listen to. Wilmari, thank you so much for being here and for taking time to join us here in the wonderful world of active kids.
Yes, first of all, hi everyone at home. I'm so excited to be with you guys here today. Wow, this is definitely a first for me, and it is, I must say, the nerves are a bit shaken, but I think it'll be fine. And thank you so much for inviting me. I'm really excited to share a bit of the knowledge that I have with you guys with regards to movement and how important it is. And it's really, in today's times, I think with COVID and with everyone at home and the schools opening and then closing and opening again, I think it's really important for the kids to just stay active. So I'm so excited to be here with you guys and to just share everything that I know and that I have up my sleeve.
You guys are doing such amazing work with also there being online lessons, so parents can now watch it with their kids at home. Can you maybe tell the parents at home, what do you guys do? What are the extent of your services? How can they reach you? And also about the importance of Kinetics for the development of our young kids.
Okay, so I think the easiest will be is to start with what Kinetics is, because in Namibia, Kinetics is kind of, if you say Kinetics, everyone has these question marks in their eyes, and then you kind of think, okay, so we have to start at the beginning. So basically, Kinetics is a scientifically based movement program, and in our programs, we do it at schools, we also do it privately at homes. So in our lessons, what we focus on is the gross motor skills. Now, gross motor skills is the big muscle groups in the body. So that has got to do with anything that when you move, anything that makes your body move is basically what we work with. So we look at a variety of skills that the kids need to have in order to be school ready when they go to grade 1. So we work from the little ones, babies, all the way up until grade 7. So I want to say service everyone in between that age group. So what we look at coordination, we look at balance, we look at muscle tone and core strength and everything that is necessary to be able to be successful when you go to school in grade 1. So for us, movement is so important because everything starts with movement. So if you can think now, if you have a child that struggles to sit up straight in the chair, so we have that basic slouching posture on the lower back. Get my posture. All you have when you're doing homework, they are lying on their arms and they just struggle to concentrate. So then we have a low muscle tone, and a low muscle tone can then get pulled through all the way. So when they go to grade 1, that the low muscle tone actually makes that they struggle to concentrate, because all of a sudden their body has to work so hard to just stay up on their chair, not to fall over, that they totally miss anything that the teacher tells them in class. So they can't concentrate on what's going on the board, because I mean, you can imagine if your muscles aren't strong, keeping up your body in a position the whole time, that takes a lot of effort. And especially if you're going to grade 1, I mean, you're still tiny. So, and so we look at all of that to make sure that everything is in place when they go to grade 1, and then eventually go up to grade 7 and then into high school. So for us, like I said, we do the babies, which is our baby kinetics program. So we focus on the ages 0 to about 15 months once they start to walk. And then we focus on milestone development. I mean, I think you've probably heard of the milestones: sitting, crawling, standing up, and eventually walking. So all of that is critical skills that need to be developed and that need to be in place when we go to grade 1. So obviously, when your child hasn't crawled, you need to kind of have a few question marks there, because crawling, because we have that bilateral movement of crawling, it automatically helps when we have to start writing from left to right, when we have to start reading, when we have to start to kick a ball, when we have to throw a ball, when we have to catch the ball, any jumping activities. So it's really important to get those milestones into place. So that is what we focus on in our baby kinetics program. So once your little one starts to walk, I'm sure everyone at home kind of gets agitated because now we have to lock all the cupboards, we have to steal the stairs because baby is on the move. So then we move to our toddler movement development program. Now that basically covers the ages between 15 months to about 2.5 years, your typical toddler age. And what we focus on here, we start to teach them the basic movement skills. So we start to teach them how you can stand on one leg, because a lot of them are still learning by exploring. So so a lot of them don't know what they can do with their bodies. They know they can walk and move around, but they don't know I can jump. They don't know that I can actually stand on one leg. I can actually stand on my toes. I can crawl through things. I can crawl over things. So this is what we then start to teach them in the toddler phase. So we get them to kind of discover their body through movement, if I can say it like that. And then once they hit the 3-year age, which is everyone's favorite. I know the 3-year-olds are my favorite because now they can start communicating with you, and sometimes they say the funniest things. So
I'm basically
yes.
3 years old.
So our preschool movement program is then from 3 to 7. So basically the preschool years before they go to grade 1.
Okay.
So I say 7 because sometimes when you have that preschooler that's kept behind, they fall under the 7-year age.
Okay.
So then basically we focus on the mastering of skills. Then we don't want to teach them anything new anymore.
Yeah.
We want to perfect what has been taught already. So there we make it a bit more complicated. We start learning and we're mastering skills like jumping and running and climbing up and over, galloping, skipping, all of those activities that need to be in place when they go to grade 1. So we start to focus on really getting those bodies ready, because in grade 1, a teacher doesn't still want to struggle with a child that is developmentally not on the right place.
Yes.
So, and then of course, if we see someone in our lessons that struggle, we do remedial lessons with them. So those are one-on-one sessions where we specifically focus on the development areas that child needs some attention with. So if we see that someone really has a low muscle tone and the core muscles are not up to standard, we say, you know what? I think we need some extra attention here, and a lot of the parents don't always have time to do it at home. So that's where we say, we are here, we can help. So also we work closely with occupational therapists. So if your child goes to occupational therapy and you feel that they need something extra that to make sure that they get there a bit quicker, then sometimes we also jump in and we say, you know what, we can help with the gross motor development of the child. Because like I said, gross motor is so important. We always talk about the child's development as being a house. So, and everyone knows a house without a good foundation kind of starts falling apart, sometimes along the line, maybe 10 or 5 or 10 years. So, and on top of our foundation, all the other skills that the child needs to learn is then built on. So your fine motor skills, your emotional development, your social development. Because I mean, I'm sure certain you can think, if a child can't do the same things his friends can do, obviously he will start to retract. He won't have any friends because no one wants to play with him because he's not on the same level. So we want to make sure that that foundation is firm and steady so that we don't have these problems later on. Going forward. So if there are any mommies and daddies that are watching now and that would like to get into contact with us, we have a Facebook page, Dynamic Kids Kinetics, where you can pop us a message or just get into contact. And on our page, you'll be able to find our contact number as well as our email address. So we've got a website as well. So we've been busy during COVID.
Technology.
So, yes, there we go. And on our website, we have our online lessons. So this is where we, on a weekly basis, we upload a PDF lesson plan for each of those age groups, as well as a video with each lesson plan that explains to the parents exactly what this activity is for, what we are looking at, what we are developing, how you have to do it, what you need using utensils and objects that you can find around your house. So you don't need to have all the fancy equipment that we have. And then we just basically, we want to interact. We want to make sure that our kids are still developing even though the schools are closed and they are at home. So our lessons are very, I want to say, space friendly as well. So you don't necessarily need a lot of space to do these activities in. So yeah, we've really tried to kind of reach out to everyone to make sure that we can accommodate everyone during this time, because I think it's uncertain for most of us. Yes. I say before this whole COVID thing, you get so used to your daily objects that you have around your house that all of a sudden when you're forced to look at things in a different way, everything in your house all of a sudden has the potential to be something that you can do an activity with. So it really is not necessary for parents to spend thousands of dollars to go buy toys and equipment if they can just use whatever they have at home. So parents, if you need some advice with whatever utensils or objects you have at home, please contact us. We have lots of ideas. We are more than welcome to help you and we would love to assist you. So, I mean, it really is different times we are living in and it's exciting. So
it's amazing to see how people adapt and how it forces you, it pushes you out of your comfort zone, but then you realize that why should you be in that little box if there's this whole different world out there for you.
Exactly.
And I love how what you guys do is you make it possible for parents. It's easy for them to help their kids to stay active. So sometimes we think that, oh, my kid cannot go to classes anymore, so what am I going to do? So with you, they are able to continue this development process, even if it's online. I love technology. And it's using a toilet paper roll. Who would have thought?
Exactly, yes. And I mean, a lot of parents, like I said, you have the stuff in your cupboard. So why not open up that cupboard that's been messy for 2 or 3 years and open it up and see. I mean, even a pillow is something that is so useful when you're working on balance. That it can literally, and it's something you can take with you anywhere you go. You don't need to just have it at home in Windhoek. If you're moving and you're going on a holiday, there are pillows there as well. So, so movement with your kids does not necessarily have to be confined to only a certain space. It can literally be anywhere that you are with your kids. So, and I think that's what makes movement so exciting, is that it's not just here. You can do it anywhere, anytime, and you can do anything that you feel like doing. It's not something that you have to do, now we have to do jumping, now we have to do this. You can do anything you feel like. So if you feel like dancing in your room on your own, you can do that because it's movement. So anything where your body is physically working and moving is a good thing. So like I said, movement is, I mean, the opportunities are endless when it comes to movement. And like you said, technology today is, you can literally Google anything movement-wise, and you get the most interesting ideas and things that you can try with your kids. So it doesn't have to just be what you parents are used to when you have PE lessons in 1947. It is an interesting time to be alive. So it really is an endless possibility and opportunities that lies ahead for us.
Wilmari, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge. It feels like my brain, it's like a sponge, it's soaking, and now I just need, it wants to expand, but there's not enough space. It looks like I have a big head, but it's just the camera. It's actually a very tiny head. But now we want you to please assist us. So you guys, please stay tuned. Don't move a muscle. We'll be right back. So Wilmari will then show us a super easy exercise that you can do at home, whether you are a kid, whether it's your parent that assists you. So kids, if your mom and dad just watch it, just go, come on, these are easy exercises. And then you can have a little challenge between you two even. So yeah, just stay safe and stay put. We'll be right back. And thank you so much, Wilmari.
It's a big pleasure, Marisol. Thank you for having me. Everyone, so today's activity, you're going to exercise with me. Yay, I'm so excited about this. So I have brought you a very easy activity, one of those that you can actually do with all the toilet paper rolls that is stuffed in your cupboard. So get those rolls and let's do this. So you can count out 5 if you are in the mood to do 5. If you just want to do 3, you can just do 3. It does not matter, whatever you feel like doing today. So what you're going to do, you're going to have your balls or your toilet paper on the one side, and then you can use a basket or an empty bucket at home if you have one. A dustbin can also work, anything that you can just use to put the toilet rolls in once you've picked them up. So the activity we are going to do today, we like to call the crane, because we are going to be picking up these toilet paper rolls or balls like a big crane picking up something very heavy, and we are going to move it from the one side to the other side. So this activity we are going to focus on today, we are going to look at some core muscles, because we want those core muscles to be nice and strong so that we can sit up straight in class, and we are going to work on some midline crossing. Now midline crossing is, and the midline is an imaginary line cutting our bodies from the top of our head all the way to our toes into a left and a right side. And it also cuts our body into a top and a bottom. Did you guys know that? Yes, it's there, but you can't see it. So what we are going to do, you are going to sit back for me with your feet in front, and your hands, you're going to rest next to your body. So you're going to lie down a bit, but not too much, because we want those core muscles to be activated.
what you're going to do, we are going to do 5 today. So you're going to pick up the balls on the one side with your feet like this, move it across your midline and drop it into our bucket. That's 1. Let's do another one. Up with your feet, move it across. 2. Ooh, here's a red one. Up with your feet, move it across. 3. Up with your feet, move it across. 5. And the last one, let's do the blue one. Whoops, come here. There we go. Up with our feet. Whoops. Up with your feet, cross your midline and into your bucket. So I want you to really focus on not lying down on your arms too much, but just pressing on your hands. Because did you guys know, in your hands, we have got little sensors called proprioceptors. And those proprioceptors can tell our body how hard or how soft we are pressing on something. So you can tell your proprioceptors that they have to start working when you press down on your hands. So remember, press down nicely. Don't lie on your elbows because that's cheating. And keep your body nice and straight so that your core muscles get activated. So another one, a variation, if this was too easy for you, I'm sure there's a lot of you guys that think this was way too easy. So you can take the balls or the toilet paper rolls out again. Now what we're going to do, again, the same position. This one is going to focus a bit more on muscle tone because we are going to keep the same position for about 5 seconds. So we're not going to move around too much. We're going to keep this way still and we're going to then rest a bit. So you can take your toilet paper roll or your ball and you can pick it up with your feet and now we're going to hold it in the air like this for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And then we can rest a bit. So once again, don't lie down on your elbows, that's cheating. We just want to have our hands nice and flat on the ground and our elbows are a bit bent, they're not quite straight, bit bent, and then we can just keep that position. So are you guys ready? Let's do another one. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Well done, everyone. I hope you are just as tired as I am right now. I'm looking forward to maybe seeing you guys again in the future, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Have fun exercising and keeping busy.
What a great day we just had, friends. I had so much fun. We had so many exciting things that we did and we learned. We made a bunch of cool things. My bacon and eggs that I made and I'm very proud of, they are also here. And I made my very own chef's hat, which I think was just the coolest thing I've ever did in my whole life. And we also had the best active activities today. So please remember that these are super easy and you can do them at home with your parents and you can use everyday appliances. We also want to remind you guys that we have our Namibia Tourism Expo coming up. So it's from the 4th to the 7th of November. And we will be doing a bunch of fun things. Active Kids will be there and we will be just having a ball. You'll maybe even see Zoey and Zoshy. Maybe even see them. They love the expo. So if you love them, you need to be at the expo. Then you will love the expo and it will just be a bunch of fun. We also want to remind you that in October, we have our junior magazine coming out. So that's an important one not to miss. And that's it from us for today. Please remember to stay safe. And tomorrow, we will be learning more about being a teacher. And we'll also be at one of our schools. But I'm not giving away anything else. Stay safe and stay active. Bye!